You guys are live. Go ahead. Just give it a couple more minutes and then you can get started.
Hey Lokesh, hey everybody. So
Hi, Sanket. I hope my voice is audible to you.
yes,
Perfect.
cool. So hi everyone, we have I think there might be a bit of a lag. Second. Uh, hi everybody. We have Lokesh with us, who is the co-founder and CEO of Trace Networks Labs. So he has, more than 12 years of experience with the enterprise and the fashion industry. And he's been personally involved with crypto for almost 5 years now, from 2017. Hi, Lokesh. Welcome.
Hi, Sanket. Good to be here.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Give us a little bit of, intro and how you got into this space. So, what drew you to this, crypto? Give us a little bit about your journey.
So like like it's pretty normal, like for most of people like who have entered into the space, they first got introduced with Bitcoin. And that's when everything started, like what exactly is behind Bitcoin. So I started exploring it, started attending various blockchain summit events wherein I met a lot of people who have been working on various projects. Like at that point of time, it was more about like what exactly they are building in as a blockchain. Layer 2 started, and what kind of ecosystem was it building up. So this was initial introduction, and that's when I realized the potential of blockchain actually. And since for like starting from education to my work experience, everything is into fashion domain. So it's in my DNA. So I started exploring like what can be done for the existing problems in the fashion side of industry. And yeah, so that's where I started. So the first couple of years I worked on building a enterprise solution for uh, for a couple of like design companies who wanted to have their records of design on chain. So like California Metro Rail was one of the customers of that company with whom I worked. And in parallel, I was also exploring what can be done for the fashion industry space. And during that time, the first thing like, okay, I figured out like what are the major problems which needs to be solved, and wherein blockchain can support. So counterfeit products was one of those. And while doing and exploring on this side, I realized that metaverse is also something which is coming up. So that point of time, Decentraland was the first one which I explored, and I realized like this is going to be an amazing place, like wherein people sitting at different places, disconnected by distance, they can come together, and it's going to be a very immersive world. And yeah, from there I actually started working, building on Trace Network Labs. That's how it moved. And we kind of first tried to use this space to bring the fashion business onto this site for creating experiential shopping for the people. And that's how we started giving shape to our products, and today here we are.
Right. So that is a pretty, really good journey. In fact, it's you kind of saw the potential of metaverse really early on, like 2018, 2017. That's really early on. So what is it that draws you to the metaverse? So what exactly are you seeing
See, if we look at it, it's like, it's a new human civilization getting built upon that. It's a digital human civilization which is getting built on metaverses. And metaverses used to exist before also, but at that point of time, it was primarily seen as like a gaming space wherein people were running around and able to participate in various kind of games. There was also a game like Second Life, which got very popular. But now with the now at this point of time, the major attention came to metaverses because here it gave a new life to NFTs, which people started feeling that it's a fad. So new use cases of NFTs came in place wherein everything can be NFTized. Every inch of space in the metaverse can be created as an NFT and sold as an NFT, traded as an NFT. Anything like starting from your land to digital assets, even your concerts wherein the tickets are getting sold as NFTs. So like there is no wonder like everyone now at this point of time who understand the space a bit gets a lot excited, and because there is a lot of potential also. It's not just a place wherein people would go just to hang out, but it's also going to be something wherein it's going to become part of our lives. Everything which we are able to do in our real world, the same thing can happen in metaverses, and it's a limitless world. Even like wherever we find some kind of limitation in real world, that's something we would be able to do in metaverses. Like for business meetings, people used to travel like such long distances because they wanted to be there, express their emotions and their words and everything, because that's most effective way when you're sitting in front of someone, right? And now same thing if can happen in metaverse wherein you can interact with someone in that space wherein it's more immersive. Just by using your ocular glasses, you are able to see someone next to yourself. You are able to communicate and do so many of activities. And especially when I relate it to the kind of world which is getting into onto the metaverse, wherein even brands have started creating virtual experiential stores wherein people can go and they can see the options. Similarly, like all these businesses have started exploring how they can use metaverse. Like recently Samsung also got into metaverse, and they kind of showcase their experiential store where people went and they've seen the products. Now this is something wherein if you see that we as a humans are missing a lot after pandemic, wherein we used to go outside, hang out with family and friends. Now that was an experience. Besides shopping as a motive, the experience was to go with someone, to to spend time with someone. Now every one of your close family and friends, they are living in different geographies. So now this becomes a new place wherein you can go and hang out, and you can do all those activities which you cannot because of this gap and
Right.
this distance, right? Even you can now go and watch games with your friends in metaverse, sitting just over there, and you will see a screen in front of you. You can do that, and a lot of such more opportunities would come over. A lot of projects I've recently seen, like on the education side, also people have started creating space wherein it is going to be more immersive, and the kind of education would be would not be limited to just books, but it's just like somewhere people would be able to explore a lot of stuff. They would be able to see how exactly things happen in a practical way, wherein simulation of machines and lots of stuff that's going to be pretty much possible. So yeah, for sure, lots of opportunity. Like we have just started, we are the early ones, but this whole space is still to be shaped for human use.
I totally agree with you there, because I think the potential, especially in medical education, this is
Yeah.
really huge.
So,
That's pretty interesting. So, uh, what is Trace Network Labs all about? How would you summarize it, and what are the products that it offers?
right. So Trace Network Labs is enabling real human-like looking avatars and lifestyle for them in metaverses powered by NFTs and digital fashion. So even today, if you go and see and explore any metaverse, the first step is, if you're new to that space, you first have to create your avatar, okay, which is like with
Right.
a standard face or a cartoon face. Okay, so it's good. It's good that you have a avatar, because without that, you cannot go inside the metaverse and you can't explore and see that space. But as we are talking, like this metaverse is going to be used for a lot of real world use cases, wherein for the business meetings, for meeting family and friends, wherein you need to carry your face. That's very important. And when I started exploring with all, on this side, that why these companies are not giving real looking avatars, like wherein a person can be represented by his avatar with the real looking face, which is a digital twin of the person. So there are lots of challenges on that side, on the technology side. And so that's why it was not pretty much possible. Even now, there is no such a Web3 project which is able to deliver. So Trace Network is the first one globally to be able to deliver this kind of product wherein people can create their real looking avatars, exact copy of like how they look. And besides that, like if you would want to go and attend lots of events, and like you will be going and attending a lot of occasions in metaverses, then you have to be dress up yourself for those occasions, like
Right.
how you carry in the real world. You can't go in shorts to attend a kind of business meetup. You have to be there in the same way because your avatar is representing you in that space. So it is you who would always think like, how should I be looking in that? Because eventually it's no more going to be different than how we how our real world looks. It's going to be pretty much similar. It's just that it will be more colorful, vibrant, but otherwise it's going to be same kind of stuff. So that's where there would be a demand of wherein people can possibly dress up their avatars in different ways for different event and occasions. And that's where the brands who have already experience of putting up some design taste into their products. Now these brands would be creating digital clothing, wearable 3D wearable digital clothing for people, which they can buy as an NFT. They can wear on their avatar and then they can go around. So that's what eventually we are enabling. And as a long-term vision, we will be actually getting into the experiential commerce space, wherein brands would be able to establish their experiential store where people with their avatars, they can go over there, they can see the clothes, even they would be able to try different clothing options on their avatars, and then they can make a buying decision. So far on e-commerce, if you go, you can just look at the images wherein you can see how the product looks, or maybe
Right.
some videos are there just to give a little bit more of idea. But it's not as real like how you go to a store and then you see the products. So that's the kind of feel which is missing. But e-commerce, it got so successful because it gave people that thing which is like convenience is something which is unmatchable for anyone, right? So they give convenience to people that they can easily do shopping. And then they give other options wherein if something you don't like, you can return it back. But that's a convenience. Sitting at their home, they can do all this stuff. Now the next thing which I see as the future is like wherein we can add convenience and experience together. Still you're sitting at your home, but you will be completely into a
Right.
space wherein you can see and you can see the products in your hands, and you can see it closely while making a right decision that this product is good for me, it will look good on me. And then you're finally making a buying decision. Now that's the kind of world we are looking and we are building with these brands. So it's not very far
Right.
wherein people, our own buddies, would be able to get into these experiential store of different brands. They will be able to make the buying decision. And the future is wherein even if they're buying NFT of any product, they will also be able to get a physical product delivered to their houses.
Got it. So, are you considering, NFTs which, degrade over time? Like, like how physical clothes also start degrading? Are you considering exploring that angle also?
No. We are not exploring that space. What we are trying to give is an experience wherein it can also be connected with the real world.
Got
So
it. Got it.
NFTs can always be traded for sure. I'm not sure like how comfortable people would be to trade their physical clothes, and it's something. It depends on person to person, but definitely, if I bought a NFT and I used it multiple occasions. Maybe I'll get bored of it. I would want to rent it in future, or maybe I would want to sell it in future. Those are pretty much possible.
Definitely. That's a pretty interesting concept, actually.
Yeah,
So, you have a token for all this, the trace token. So,
that's right.
could you, explain a bit about it, what are its use cases, and how the tokenomics is. I think it'd be really helpful there.
Right. So trace token primarily will be used for the governance, wherein people holding trace token will be able to participate in various kind of decision making on the product side of it. And then trace token will be used for incentivizing the loyal community, which stays associated with the project, and then also to support the creators economy. Trace token will be used to reward them. Lots of things, because trace eventually will be used by lots of people who would have some kind of skills with them. Maybe they are good in making digital clothes, or maybe they are good in making animations, which they can create as an NFT and people can buy it and upgrade their avatars. So there are various possibilities over there. Even they can start creating the experiential stores for the brand, which they can rent to the brand. There are various possibilities. So to incentivize them, besides that, trace token will be used for minting millions of merchandise, this kind of digital merchandise NFTs, and also for for the avatars, which people will be holding and minting as an NFT. For that also, trace token is going to be used. So far, these are some like key utilities we have thought of, but like as more we are getting into this space, the more we are able to think about on the product side also. So maybe in future we'll be coming up with more products, and that's when more utilities would come in place. But so far, like there is a total supply of 100 million, and wherein we are expecting, like, at least being the earliest one in this space, we are expecting like at least 1 billion avatar being minted, buddy avatars being minted, and even like every year selling millions of merchandise NFTs. So all these things, it's something wherein trace token once get used, it is going to get a lot of value. And if you look at the tokenomics part, we have kept a very substantial portion of trace token for community incentivization and to support the creators economy. Rest, for more detail, people can come to our website or onto our Telegram groups, wherein they can get more details about it.
Right. Yeah. So all the details, we'd be adding it in the description. So it'll all, lead you to their pages. So if anybody's interested, please, go there and check it out. It's pretty interesting. So we have with us, today is the launch of your product. So
That's right.
maybe, you can give us a bit of sneak peek on how it is, how it works. I mean, we're all pretty excited to see that.
Sure. Yeah. So our first product, Buddy, is going to go live in next maybe a few minutes more. So that announcement is yet to be made. So before that, I can give you a sneak peek on the product staging.
Yeah.
So itself, let me share my screen and show you.
Yeah, please.
So this is our application wherein people would go and mint their avatar. So first they need to connect with their wallet, and that should be connected with the Polygon network. And it's very simple. You just need to click your photo. So you can decide like how far you want to be sitting, but that's okay. So like I just clicked my photo, I'm putting my name, giving some details. And now just with this image itself, maybe let me refresh my screen because it's been open from a very long time. So now it's in process of giving shape to my avatar. So basically it's all AI based, wherein just based on your image and body type, it generates a rigged avatar. So when we say rigged avatar, it means like how your body skeleton is there. So like with all the joints and everything. So same way, this avatar would be a rigged one wherein you can have all your body movements, and various kind of animations can be added to it. Now, since this
Right.
same avatar is going to be used in various different kind of metaverses, these could be gaming metaverse as well, and these could be a social collaboration metaverse. So all these places. So this is how a real looking avatar looks like.
Oh, okay,
So,
nice.
so like this is 3D. Now I'm going to mint NFT of this. So this is going to cost like 25 USDT. Now, but this avatar, it's going to become like your tool or instrument to explore any metaverse. Imagine yourself jumping into from one metaverse to another metaverse. In one metaverse, you're having a business meeting. In another metaverse, you're going for attending a maybe concert or some kind of thing. Now, this will become like how Google login is for Web2 applications. This is how buddy avatar will be for the metaverses. When if you're holding a buddy avatar, you are good to go in different kind of metaverses. So the only thing we need to do is wherein we have to like while we integrate with any of the metaverse, so we have to do the integration with the animation library so that your avatar is capable of doing all those moves in those space. So for example, if you're in a gaming metaverse, might be possible that it requires to do somersault or different kind of actions. Now my avatar is minted, and I can dress up my avatar with different clothing option. So right now I have a lot of clothing options, but initially, like when people will be minting, they will get one default dress which they can put on their avatar. So this is how they can keep on changing. So like for them, they will be buying all these digital options, which digital NFT option, variable options, which it will automatically add into their digital wardrobe, and from there they can change it. And similarly, will be right now there will be one standard animation, but they can buy more such animation options on their like for their avatars. Like this is how they will be able to use these animation options. Like you can make your avatar dance also, you can just walk,
Okay, nice.
simply stand. So like
So
this.
I'm assuming you'll be adding more options here.
So yeah, that's how, as I was telling you, to support the creators economy, wherein people would be making these different kind of animations on maybe different tools like Maya and all these, wherein they can create as NFT and people can buy and upgrade their avatar. Now imagine you are using your avatar in one of a metaverse for the gaming, like you're playing a football. Now, if you would upgrade your avatar with different kind of animations, now that is possibly going to help you to win those games and win those rewards. That's how your avatar will become your instrument to incentivize or to get rewards in different places. So, and this you can also share on your Twitter if you want. And like we will be also opening up option wherein once people would have like different animation options, they will be able to also create a GIF which they can share on social media. Now, for the initial 5,000 people, we have already announced that we will be giving them rewards of 50 trace token, which they will get on minting their buddy avatar. And from these 5,000 people itself, we will be whitelisting 1,000 people who would be getting other NFT giveaways, like some kind of, I'm just not revealing it much because that's what we are going to reveal in next weeks,
Right.
wherein what kind of further incentives they would be getting by being the in the list of first 5,000 people. So different kind of clothing options from various brands and celebrities, that's also something we have thought of. But yes, this is something which they would get as a benefit of being the first to mint their avatars. So yeah, that's how that's the application, and that's how you see that your avatar, it's a 3D avatar which can do lots of stuff. And you will get an option to upgrade your avatar by buying these different animation options, and also variable NFTs from different brand designers, and also coming from various celebrities also who are bringing up their NFTs. For them, we are collaborating with them to create wearable merchandise, which people can buy and wear on their avatar. They can flaunt on social media. And then in parallel, we will be opening up the gates with different metaverses where they can take their avatar.
Got it. Yeah, this was pretty interesting actually. That was a pretty smooth process on how you mint.
So it's a
So
three-step
yeah,
process. You just take your photo, you can see like how it looks, and then finally, if you are happy with it, then you mint your avatar. That's it. It's in your wallet.
yeah, and this is really convenient in that sense. So pretty interesting. And for who's watching, this is a pretty good alpha, and as they've already showed us a bit of a sneak peek. Um, keep your eyes out for more interesting
Already we have
announcements.
minted like 600 avatars a couple of weeks back in like 4-day event. So we minted like
Okay.
600 plus avatars that point of time, and now it's going to go live for the public. So in the next few minutes, the announcement will be out anytime, and then they can try and mint their avatars. And
Interesting.
honestly, at this
Very
point of
nice.
time, I've seen like Google is also trying the similar kind of thing. And being like Indian founders and this global project we have made in this space, like we are the first ones to be. I mean, I'm really feeling happy and excited about it. I'm sure the other people who would be holding their avatars, they will also find it really cool, and they will be excited to have it.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a very interesting thing to watch.
And then in next then we will start also rolling out different brands, limited edition wearable merchandise which will be coming on our NFT marketplace soon. So that will be revealed soon. So at this point of time, this is this is the first thing, the first product we wanted to roll out, so that at least people can see and experience that how their avatar would look like, and then they start introducing it to their social circle. Then comes the next steps. So there's a lot of more things. I don't want to reveal it right now at this point of time, because this is going to spoil the surprise. But yes,
Got it. Yeah, we'll keep waiting for your announcement. Pretty interesting. So we have a few questions from the community. I think most of them you might have covered, but still, we'll bring this up. What are your top priorities in 2022? Could you share some plans for the upcoming year? And which part of the projects are you most focused on right now?
So right now we are focused on Buddy. Okay. So now that's our first product, and that's the biggest thing. Like, it is going to bring a lot of population onto the metaverses. So as of now, there are some metaverse which have evolved to that far that people can go and experience a lot of events and activities over there. But the only thing is, right now, not many people are going over there, because either they are not aware, or even if they are aware, then their journey to enter into their metaverse, it's little difficult. And then besides that, like how it started with me, I and my friend, we both we created our avatar, entered into Decentraland, and it took us like 10 to 15 minutes to figure out like who is he and where is he, because it does not if you don't have a face, then people can't relate. So now that's what is our main focus, when people can play around with their avatars. And besides that, we are collaborating with various celebrities and brands and designers. So already like 30 plus brands we have onboarded, which have already started creating the exclusive collection for Buddy avatars, which people can buy and wear on their avatars. And they can just will be able to go around in different metaverses wearing these cool options. Besides that, the next priority is like, as we have already started working on it, to create the experiential stores wherein people can go there as avatar, and they can see various kind of merchandise options, and they can buy stuff over there. And eventually that's the next step in the same line, as wherein they would be able to buy the digital variable as an NFT, and then also can also get the physical product delivered to their houses. So now that's the next immediate product which we are working on. In the meantime, Blink NFT marketplace will be live very soon, wherein they will be able to get their hands on very limited edition NFTs from various celebrities and this kind of stuff.
Interesting. So Okay. The next one would be how many killer features of your project make it stand ahead of your competitors? Could you tell us 2 to 3 features of this project?
Okay, when I talk about like Trace Network Labs and the products which we have, the major thing is like where the kind of NFTs which people would be minting and holding, these NFTs will be interoperable, which means they would be able to carry these NFTs and use it in different metaverses, like your buddy avatar. Once you have minted it in and holding in your wallet, you would just simply need to connect your wallet to the metaverse and you're good to go over there. Similarly, these wearable NFT options, we have been hearing that lots of brands have launched their NFT collection in different metaverses. But are you able to use it in different metaverses? Are you able to use it outside that specific metaverse? No. Now that's what Trace Network is going to give. Wherein people, if they are buying these wearable NFTs and wearing on their avatar, they can go around in different metaverse. Even they would be able to, like, the future is like it's the steps of evolution wherein they would be able to sell it in different marketplaces and on different metaverses. So that's one of the features which right now everyone is struggling, and we are way ahead in that. And the second is we want to make metaverses more experiential, wherein it's just not been people don't just refer it like it's just a place wherein you go to hang out or to play games, but it's going to be way beyond. So we have to make it more populated, wherein people are going there for business meetings, and lots of companies have already started setting up their virtual office, wherein those who want to opt for work from home or want to have business meetings with their partners in different uh, countries, so they can come together in one place, they can collaborate and do their meetings. Similarly, even the industries like various kind of manufacturing industries have also started exploring this place, wherein they can set up exact digital twin of their factory, and they can monitor what's happening in their factory just from that space in metaverse itself, which eventually would be able to control lots of things. Like, for example, your machine runs at certain RPM, and if something happens over there, so from here itself you would be able to see, monitor, and even would be able to regulate these things. So that's a perfect convergence of like AI and your NFTs, and eventually the 3D state, wherein you can create this whole infrastructure. So lots of possibilities are going to open up. Even the touring industry has also started putting out lots of efforts. Like Emirates have recently said that they are going to create experiential place wherein people can go for sightseeing, and it's going to be a different kind of landscape wherein you will feel like you're standing on top of mountain. So now that's a thrill which people would be getting in on this side of it, and that's what we want. That people should be able to freely roam around. They should not feel like every individual metaverse is a different country wherein you can't go. We are just giving them passport to go around and to create memories.
Right, right. That is really cool. I guess so. The next one would be which blockchain is this currently supported in?
So
And
right now we're on Polygon.
yeah, sorry.
Right now we're on Polygon.
Okay, okay, cool.
The party is getting launched
Yeah.
on Polygon, but yes, slowly we'll be moving on other chains as well. But at this point of time, if you see that how big Polygon ecosystem itself is, wherein
Yes.
every metaverse project or any NFT project, it's there on Polygon. And so to cover up all the kind of association with these metaverses and NFT project itself, it's going to take some good time. But yes, we are not going to stop here. The as we would find opportunity that there is something happening on other metaverses on other chains, so we will take this call. So anyhow, our avatars are going to be like, it can easily be rendered on any metaverse built on Unity, Unreal, or 3JS. So it's not like it's restricted that it can go only on some specific ones, but it's just that once we would start setting up this integration channel with these metaverses, they would be good to go in any one of them. Even in Sandbox, though it does not make any sense because that's pixelated one. But yes, when we talk about like if you can go there with the avatar, yes, that would be a possibility.
Nice. Okay. And Metaverse is still in its infancy and has some limitations. However, new metaverse projects are certain to emerge in the future. Do you believe Trace has potential to be the market leader in the metaverse?
As I said, definitely I'm a believer, and that's how I have like defined my entire roadmap. The first product itself, it's something which did not exist, but it's something everyone needs, right? And eventually, even for the other products also, it's something what we are creating. None of the project have already started. It's something wherein we want to make it a complete open infrastructure wherein you are not being uh, it's like wherein you can just use it openly. You create your stuff, you use your skill and make something which can be used across in different metaverses. So eventually, that's the plan and that's the purpose. And for yeah, it's being a very proud moment that being a project which started from India, now it's in the global space, making that kind of noise. Every big publication is now trying and capturing what we are trying to do. Like you name Cointelegraph, you name Forbes or anyone. So all these have got attention that this is something which is now happening and this project is doing. So it's a very proud thing, and for sure we would want to continue doing so that the project itself gets to bring a lot of utilities for the end consumers and for the businesses both.
Definitely, yeah. And kudos to your team for bringing this along so fast ahead in the world. It's pretty nice. Okay, so how can an average person use this to adopt in the environment? I think you've already given us a demo, right?
That's right. So I think that's pretty much. So you just need to take your selfie or upload your photo and just mint it.
Right. Right. So how does Trace network go? How would it impact the market?
So on the market side, as I said, there are lots of use cases, and on one side, we are bringing the businesses from the Web2 side to the Web3, and like all these brands. And besides that, what we are creating for them is it's like something huge, wherein they would be able to bring their customer brand connect back, which got lost due to e-commerce. Now people know e-commerce portals more than the brand. Now they just scroll, and if they like something, then they simply order it. Now that brand customer connect is gone. Now that's what we are going to bring back. Now you can imagine a project which is working on this side of it. The entire fashion industry would get revolutionized, and beside that, a lot of other industries would also, like even entertainment side also. And so when there is such kind of huge utility which is being worked on, and besides that, our body itself, it's going to be something wherein it's going to create more opportunities. The more population we would be building, the more opportunities would be there to kind of shape up this digital human civilization. And everyone with a different kind of skill would get an opportunity to work in this space and get incentivized and get paid for it. So it's going to open up more opportunity for people to even on the employment side also, and to bring up something new, to build up the space more effective and usable. So eventually on the market side, that's going to impact. And since it's not like a very limited number of Trace token, 100 million itself, and when it's going to be used for all this, you can imagine, like, I should not be saying it. And I can only focus on working and bringing the products which everyone can put to use, and which makes sense to everyone, simplifies their journey, and to use any technology. So that's what I'm more focused on. Rest people are smart to making calls. It's just not speculation now, since the product is also getting live. So it's not just speculation based. Now they can understand what exactly the project is capable of, and then they can compare it with other project which stands over there in the market with a similar kind of tokenomics.
Right. And I think that definitely is a huge thing, because currently there's a lot of speculation going on without any real use case. But you already have a working product, and people can go check it out right now.
Only one thing which was missing was Trace was not there on the Indian exchanges with INR pair. Now that's also coming on BitPNS.
Yeah.
So
Now it's
I
there.
think
Yeah,
so.
trading
There
just
are
went
lots of
live
opportunities
half an hour
for
ago.
Indian market too. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I think we can expect a lot of things from Trace in the future. So, do you have anything specific that you want to share with our, with BNS community?
Um, One thing is like I don't want to talk about like what is already being planned. So trading competition, everything you guys have planned. So that's well and good. So only thing which I feel like which makes exciting is like next time when I would want to connect with your community, I would want to connect in metaverses with their buddy avatars, and that's what is going to be more immersive experience to connect with each one of them. And yeah, hope to see you there and doing this kind of AMA and panel discussion over there.
Definitely. I think that sounds super
And it's not
interesting
very far,
and
I'm telling you.
exciting
It's
too.
not very far. And it's not just a hope. It's something we have already started building on wherein multiple avatars can come and interact and this kind of stuff. So it's not very far.
Yeah, I look forward to it personally. Yeah. So I think that would be all. So thank you so much for your time. And to everybody who's been watching this live stream, thank you a lot. Trace is now live on BitBNS. And although, links that we were just talking about would be in the description, please do check it out. Um, you'll really find it interesting. So thank you again so much, Lokesh.
Thank you so much.